Hey up everybody, my name's Joshua Morrison, director of Johnny Moz's Lessons in Confidence. Today I want to talk about cool little things that were around once that are no longer around. So this right here is the Alexandria Crystal Healing Centre, and you can't get in, it's shut. It's all curtained off, right? You can't get inside, can't look inside. There's no community here anymore, it's dead, okay? What was once here was a crystal healing shop, right? Which admittedly isn't something I'm particularly into. I'm not saying this because, oh, I used to like this and it's no longer here, boo-hoo, woe is me. I'm saying this because there were previously a big community of people that would come here and they would buy crystals, they would talk, they would engage in various healing things. I think it's all a sham, but people enjoyed it. They enjoyed coming here and being a part of something larger than themselves. It was a nice little independent shop. It was a lovely little source hub for the community to get together and just engage in something that they were interested in. And that is no longer here. It's no longer the case. It's just this. It's now just a shell, right? So what happened here was that the person that ran it died. You can go past, yeah. Thanks. What happened was the person that ran it died, right? And their estate or whatever, the people that inherited it, basically just closed it off because it wasn't making enough money. It was running at a loss, but the person that owned it before, they were really like into crystals and stuff like that. And so they kept it open, even running it at a loss because they had the money to be able to do that. And then the people who took it over just thought it's not making any money, we'll just shut it down, right? And realistically, they probably want to turn it into fucking flats or, you know, some bullshit like that, right? They want to turn it into something that's just nothing, right? Look at all the, you know, it's so nice looking, this, isn't it? Right? This is all done with proper like paint. You know, it's almost like it's like stained glass type stuff, right? That looks quite nice. It's just a nice little beacon in the middle of nowhere. It's a nice little thing for people who live around here to come together and just go here and just enjoy it, right? And I used to walk past and I'd see it, and I'd see people coming out of it with like a bag of crystals. I'd see people in there like doing their tarot readings or whatever. And I didn't really think much of it at the time, right? But then one day I saw a woman sort of who probably worked there just like, you know, shutting it and like shutting the curtains for the final time. And she looked quite sad, right? I didn't go up to her and ask, you know, is everything okay? Because I just presumed maybe she was just sad for some other fucking reason, you know? But next time I walked past, it was just like this, and it's just been shut ever since. You can just about see in, right? It's empty in there. They've raided the entire thing. No more crystals, no more anything, right? So why is it that all of these various nice little quirky independent shops, outlets, whatever you want to call them, right? Why do they all have to disappear? Because they don't make enough money. And the reason they don't make enough money is because people aren't spending their money here. Why are they not spending their money here? Because they don't have enough disposable income. Why do they not have enough disposable income? Because workers' rights are being eroded and have been since the Thatcher era, right? So why is it that we can't go in and buy fucking crystals here anymore? Now, the nearest crystal shop's like fucking 10 miles away. And it's not like a nice little independent one like this. It's some big, grim sort of one. I don't know much about crystals, right? This isn't a video about my passion for crystals that got taken away from me, right? If it was a guitar shop, it'd be a different story. But it just frustrates me that these nice little niche things that some people want, other people don't, just get taken away from us, right? Everything nice that we get gets taken away and doesn't get replaced with anything, right? It's not like they've chucked the Ladbrokes here or whatever, you know? What normally replaces these things? You know, charity shops and stuff like that. We don't get anything. Now we just get an empty husk. There's no reason to come here anymore, right? So the economic activity has gone down because people aren't coming to the shop anymore. They're not coming to the shop anymore because they don't have disposable income. They don't have disposable income because the workers' rights have been eroded, blah, 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 right? So it's a continual cycle. Austerity is only going to cause more austerity, right? It's a self-feeding thing. If you want more economic activity, no, it's totally fine. If you want more economic activity, then you need to allow people to spend their money. You need them to have more money, right? So you need to increase wages. You need to increase workers' protections, right? To make sure that people get holiday pay and all this sort of shit. You need to get rid of these bullshit 0-hour contract type fucking things. People that work at pubs and stuff on 0-hour contracts when they shouldn't be, right? They should be on part-time or full-time contracts. okay? And that's what it should be. And they make these arguments like, oh, 0-hour contracts are really good for people that are like students or whatever that need the flexibility. Yeah, but we're not all fucking students, all right? Some people need to work for a fucking living so they can keep a roof over their head, right? We're not all fucking living on a student loan, okay? And I want people to be able to come to shops like this. I want there to be various things like this, not just for this, but for my interest as well, or whatever your weird little interest is that's unique to you. I want people to have that thing that makes them them, and I want it to be legitimized for them and give them a space where they can meet other people that are like-minded, right? And I want more stuff like this, but not shut like this, right? I want real ones, open ones that have stock inside and staff working in them and customers coming in and having a chat. Not this fucking empty fucking husk of a fucking building. It does nothing. Why is it even here, right? There's probably some people living up there, right, that are probably annoyed at me sitting here rambling, right, because they can hear me. Right? Imagine at the end of this video, someone poking their head out one of these windows. I don't know if you can see the windows. There's a window there. And someone pokes their head out and goes, "Oi, shut the fuck up!" Right? That'd be a good way of ending the video. It's not going to happen though, because realistically, this place has been fucking ransacked, and it's not going to be anything. They're probably going to sell the building off, right? And it'll end up being part of some chain. It will be like a Nisa local or a Cost Cutters or some bullshit, right? Rather than something that serves the community in any real functional way. Right? That allows people to express themselves and their interests and their hobbies. Fuck all that. We need to just only have money so that we can spend it on the essentials, because we don't have enough money. So we need to find ways of saving money, and we need to skimp and scrave and you know, just, you know, we're meant to be fiscally responsible. But, you know, in the generations before, it seems like fiscal responsibility was just thrown into the gutter because you could just spend money on your little passion projects and your little like things for fun, right? That's something that annoys me, is this idea like, if you're poor, you don't get to have fun. You don't get to spend money to enjoy yourself because you don't have that money. But if you're rich, you can have as much fun as you fucking want. I don't like that, right? And that annoys me. And then people who go, oh, you're just jealous of them. It's like, there's no winning, is there? It's like, if you're rich and you talk about how there's bad economic inequality, right? You're just lazy, right? And if you're poor and you talk about it, then you're just jealous. And it just fucking annoys me. And it annoys me that this isn't open anymore. And it annoys me that the state of the country is going the way it is. You can go past, yeah. But on the plus side, people are so nice all the same. The people are still just as lovely as they were 50, 60 years ago, right? It's just the economic surroundings that have gone downhill. So thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think about this shop. Did you ever used to shop here or a similar thing? What's your local weird thing? Your weird little shop for weird little people that got shut down and got replaced to nothing? I'd love to know, because there's probably a million stories like this. There's probably a million of these all over the place. Up and down the country, up and down the world, in fact. They just get turned into, you know, empty husks with nothing in them, with curtains drawn, right? Like a carcass of its former self, or it gets turned into a cost cutter. Sick of it. Yeah. Cheers for watching. Bye.